Hey, it's Jack Gately from jackgately.com, and I wanted to show you a great benefit that has come out through a partnership from the National Association of Realtors and this company called Placester. Placester, as you may know, is one of the leading sites for or services providers for real estate agent websites throughout the country. So what Placester and the National Association of Realtors have done is put together a website that's really free, and it looks awesome for especially starter agents. So this would be perfect for a new agent who wants to get a really nice website up and running very, very quickly and completely for free. So this is an example of what you're seeing here is a Placester website at jackgatelyrealestate.com. Yours will look similar. The theme will be a little bit different. I just wanted to show you an end product as we walk you through the basic steps to create your own free website through the National Association of Realtors and Placester. You should note that this is only available for members of the Realtor Association. So when we're done, you're going to get a website that looks a lot like this. It's going to have your social links up at the top. Going to have a menu bar here for your blog, your contact information. It's going to have your logo if you have one. You can, if you want, we'll show you how to do this, actually integrate what we call IDX into the website. That means local search from your local MLS built right into your own personal website. You can choose to have these blog topics here or replace them with your own blog topics or get rid of them altogether. It's your choice. And again, more social links at the bottom, about with your phone number, way to get in touch with you, mortgage calculator. This is a great starter website. And actually, there's a lot of, I shouldn't even say starter website. There's a lot of websites on the internet that are powered by Placester that are for very successful agents. So let's get into the basic steps on creating this for you. So you want to Google NAR Placester free website, something like that, and this should take you to a web page that looks like this. And of course, in the middle, create your website, and then it will bring you over here to a account creation page. So go ahead and create your account. After you hit save and continue, they're going to ask for your company name. Go ahead and do that, and then eventually you'll get to something that looks like this. From here, basically what they're asking you to do is set up your IDX if you want to, and customize your site. My recommendation would be first to customize your site. So click the second option to continue editing your site. When you do that, you'll get to a menu like this. It's going to have your name up at the top, and you're going to have some options. Before setting up the IDX or the domain pointing, which we're definitely going to get to in this video, I'm strongly recommending that you focus on the branding of the website first. So that would be a tab here where it says slideshow. And you might remember from our original video here or original website, you see, I just took some stock photos that I had of downtown Plymouth. I had them in black and white. I think they look really nice, but you can fiddle with these as you want. You might want to go to your downtown area and take some pictures that represent the market which you represent. That might be a really good idea. And then upload them in the homepage slideshow situation over here. So you have 5 possible slideshow options. They do have some stock photos that you can throw up if you want, but I think those are relatively generic. I think you'd be much better going to your town and taking photos. And nowadays, you know, even your cell phone camera, some cell phone cameras can do this, especially the very newer ones, and do it well. Then you want to go over and hit the Site Info tab, and this is where you're going to add in your name. You should be uploading your logo. If you don't already have one, this is a good time to create one. This is kind of, you know, I don't want to say force you, but encourage you to create one. You should also have a profile picture that would be under contact details. That was the one that you saw of me down here at the bottom. So you have a little profile picture that looks like me here at my desk with my computer and drone in the background. That's where you're going to upload that one. And then your office details, where you work and that type of thing. Pretty straightforward from there. After that, click on the social networks, and there's quite a few social networks that you can add for links. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google, YouTube, Instagram, Flickr, and Yelp. I think that's all of them. So you want to get all those addresses because you want to fill in as many of those as possible, or as many as that you would like. If you skip one, then it will just be deleted. It won't show up on the website, which is a nice feature. Now we're going to move on and talk about IDX and custom domain. Up until now, this has been something that you could probably accomplish in like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Well, plus taking the photography. So a little bit more, but not a lot of heavy lifting here so far. And up until now, it's been completely free. If you want to do MLS integration, that's another story altogether. But don't worry, it's wicked cheap. At least in my MLS, I believe it was $1.76 per month. So very, very cheap. And if you want to skip the MLS integration, you can skip it too. But let me just walk you through the basic steps. So this MLS integration does require a subscription, but chillax for a second. You're going to select the monthly NAR edition, which you'll notice is $0. They are going to ask you for a credit card, but they don't charge you anything. So there's really no risk in putting the credit card in because it's $0. They are going to hopefully, one of the reasons why they're giving this away, I imagine, is that they hopefully want to add something to this website offering in the future, which would encourage you to, have an upcharge, which of course you'd have to opt into. But right now they're just collecting the credit card and there's no charge. So I went ahead and did my credit card, charging $0. And then we have a MLS integration here. So we picked Massachusetts, and we picked MLS Property Information Network, which is MLS PIN, which covers the vast majority of Massachusetts. Hitting next, just going to put in my agent email, my agent phone number, my agent office number. That will just take a second. So here we are here at the final checkout page, $1.67 a month. So I'm going to go ahead and check out. Your IDX has been submitted. Below is a summary of your transaction. Click dismiss to close this window. So basically we're all set there. And then what you're going to get after that is probably an IDX status pending result. At my MLS pending, they have to confirm that I'm actually an agent. And it says instant approval, but it says it's going to take 1 day. So once that's done, give it a day, probably less, your IDX should be active on your site. Okay, so while your IDX is working in the background to populate to your site, let's point your site to a domain name which makes sense for you. So if you don't yet own, for instance, yourname.com, I'm going to strongly recommend that you actually go out and buy that. And the most common place to do that would be at GoDaddy, although you can go do that anywhere you want, but that's where I use. That's where most people use. So go buy your domain name, Amy Sells Homes or whatever it happens to be. I would prefer that you just stick with your name.com, but whatever you happen to do. And then over at GoDaddy, for instance, you're going to want to log into the DNS Manager. DNS Manager, don't get intimidated. This is not as hard as it seems. DNS Manager, you're going to get a page that looks a little bit like this when you're at the DNS Manager for your website. Now, right off the bat, the first thing you want to do is go down here and make sure that your name servers are set to default, which they are here, so that's pretty easy. We're going to set those to default, and that one's done. All right, great. Then we're going to make sure that domain forwarding is off. So just scroll down a little bit here. Forwarding domain not set up, subdomain not set up, so we're good there. Now comes the tricky part. scroll back up to the top of the DNS manager and look for the type of the record, the A record, where it says the @ symbol. And you want to go over here and click the little pencil because we're going to edit this. And we're going to edit it to point it to a different direction. We're going to point it to 184.169.141.142. As simple as that. And then we're also going to select update every 1 hour. And then all we're going to do after that is simply hit save. And don't worry, I'll write that in the description and the notes at the bottom of the video, as will this change as well. We want to go over to the CNAME where it says www, and where it says points to, we have to point it to a specific website, which is basically going to point it, so to speak, back to Placester. So that website is domains, my real estate platform.com, and also select 1 hour and then click save. Okay, so now you're going to go back to your Placester account and select the option which says custom domain. Custom domain, right here at the top, customize domain, or it's probably going to be on the left hand side as well, but customize domain right there. And that's going to bring you to a option where you can customize your domain. It's really going to be easy. In the slot where it says add a custom domain, make sure you do www and yourname.com or whatever is your website, and then click add domain, and then click save. And voila, give it a little while to populate, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 minutes maybe, and you should be good to go and up and running with your free or relatively free NAR Placester website, which is a benefit for Realtors only. And again, totally free if you want to skip the IDX integration, which was only $1.67. Seems like it's well worth it per month. So any questions, jack@jack8lee.com. I can help you set that up, or it's really not that hard. You can do it yourself. This is the theme, just the shell of the theme. I think that comes free. A little bit different, a little crisper than the theme I showed you earlier. But this is the Chicago theme that comes with it. Of course, I didn't put any of my custom artwork or my social links or anything like that in this particular theme. But of course, you can, and you can customize it for you. Be up and running with your own really nice website. I don't know, and certainly in one day, if not a lot less. Thanks for watching. I'm Jack 8lee. Have a great day.